Cardio and Consciousness with your dear friend, Mr. Zach. Here I am. We're going to start our watches. Get on your watch or whatever you're going to do. Get on your treadmill. Let's have some fun together. And throw your comments, questions, and insights down below. I love to hear them. Today's discussion is how to align with our manifestation. Now, we've talked so much about this in the past, and recently I've not been up to it discussing this, even though I've had a good 2 months. But as many of you know who've been watching these, I had a nice little health scare, if you will. Needed a stent placed in one of my coronary arteries. So I've not been really up to it, right? Because I felt like, what kind of guy would talk about manifesting things when he just manifested, about a year and a half ago, manifested a very unwanted condition. And actually, I'm the perfect person to talk about it for that very reason. But when we talk about aligning with our manifestation, the very, very first thing that I personally have come to understand after having manifested my perfect woman, a perfect career, car after car, just all types of things, more things than I can count, is we have to first accept where we are in our current situation. And that is, without question, the most difficult thing to do. For me, for you, for all of us involved. When we want to start aligning with our manifestation, we have to know first where we are. Right? If we have a destination, I'm in Reno, and I want to get to San Francisco, I have to put my GPS coordinates in Reno, and then I have to put San Francisco. And this is Abraham Hicks's analogy, so I'm stealing it, I'm refabricating it. But once you put the coordinates in your destination, we can then be guided towards our destination. And that guidance comes from our emotions, right? Our emotional guidance system. But we have to first accept where I am in relationship to where I want to be. I have to accept this situation. Let's use the example of health. Let's use the example of relationships, okay? Your perfect relationship. You are now single. You are missing a person. You just had a bad breakup. You're missing the person. You're missing the experiences you had with the person. You're craving that attention that you were receiving from that person. You like the feelings of comfort. You like the feelings of whatever it was. So you acknowledge, first and foremost, I am right here in this moment, feeling sad, feeling bad for myself, feeling like nobody's ever going to want me, feeling like you put in the emotion, right? You put it in, whatever negative emotion you're feeling, that is your indicator of where you now are in relationship to where you want to be. So I accept it. Right? I cannot get out of this situation. This situation right now is. So instead of trying to manifest our way out of it, think our way out of it, create our way out of it, if you cannot feel it, you cannot heal it, right? You have to feel it to heal it. So you have to acknowledge, you have to fully accept, right now, I am in this place, I am feeling this emotion, and that emotion is telling me something. And so then we move on to our next step. We accept what is, then we move on to our, what is our next step? We have accept, then we have feel the emotion, right? So feel the emotion, it's 2. Then number 3, ask myself if there's something, what can I take from that previous relationship? Because now we're not just trying to create. We're becoming very conscious. We're going to become very conscious creators. It's going to help us align. This is where the alignment begins to happen. I accept that I am in this unwanted state. I feel the emotion, understanding the state that I am in. Number 3, I get I ask myself, what is it that I can take from that individual, right? From that experience. What is it that I've learned along my curriculum, my soul's curriculum? I've learned forgiveness. I've learned compassion. I've learned who I want to be as a result of all the things I wasn't in that relationship. Or I learned what I wanted in a relationship out of all the things I didn't receive in the other relationship. Okay, great. Which goes into number 4, clarifying what we want in our desire. So we clarify through that, right? So 3 and 4 work in tandem. I can clarify what I want from my new relationship. This is where the alignment begins to really take place. Once I clarify what it is that I really want, I begin to align with that energetically, vibrationally. Excuse me, I'm a little burpy. But I begin to align with that thing that I want. The image that I hold and the emotion that I feel as I hold that emotion, or as I hold that image, is my vibrational frequency. The feeling that I hold, right, the emotion and the thought combined, that's Greg Braden, right, we have this feeling state, that is the true emotion, or the true feeling, the true vibration. That's why oftentimes if we feel in a particular negative emotion and a negative vibrational frequency, we tend to get situations, we get situations, circumstances, people that match that vibrational frequency. And so, the thought married with the emotion becomes our feeling, it becomes our clear vibrational signal out to the universe, where those atoms, if you will, the energy can realign itself and match exactly what it is that I'm emitting. My cell phone tower. We've talked about this in so many videos in the past. We're cell phone towers. We're vibrational emitters. We're vibrational amplifiers. Right? And then, after that number 4 step, getting clear, we can use our visualization techniques in the clarity that can be really clearly sending that signal, which can align with the manifestation. But here comes the part 2 of number 5, step number 5. I surrender. In that state of complete surrender, in that state of complete trust, in that state of complete faith, when I know that that thing that I can call God, the universe, source, whatever it is that I want to call it, wants what's best for me, when I can truly open up and allow myself to feel that, that is the purest state of allowing we can get, the purest state of alignment. If you meditate and you completely surrender and you let go, you automatically move into alignment. Your source, your inner being, knows exactly what it is that you already have asked for. So what alignment is, it's just your conscious recognition of that, and your ability to practice being already in that state. And so if you want a really good book that gives you 22 or 21 processes, it's Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Right? The Teachings of Abraham. If you want a book that is going to align with wherever you are on your vibrational journey in regards to this desire, in regards to this manifestation that you want, nothing that I can say is going to help you more than that book. That book is going to give you just a very concise, clear 22-step process, or 22 processes on how to align with your desire. There are so many practices. Meditation is going to be the first one. Journaling as if you are already in the experience, that's going to be another one. Playing the wouldn't it be nice if game. Wouldn't it be nice if I can play this for myself. Let's play it for myself. Wouldn't it be nice if I had my lungs felt so incredibly free. Wouldn't it be nice if I was able to just let go and trust fully that everything with my health was working out for me? Wouldn't it be nice if I was able to get off my medications? Wouldn't it be nice if when I did my blood test, my hormones came back spit spot, right? Perfect. Wouldn't it be nice if I was able to keep exercising and within a week or within a month, I would be back to 100%? Wouldn't it be nice? And you just play that game. We just keep raising up. What that does is it removes the zest, the resistance of the zest of the resistance. When we just play that, it's a game, right? Wouldn't it be nice if some people can paint what they want? Painting is oftentimes not enough, because what painting does, and journaling, it's great. All these things are great, but what it does is it just is a way for us to continually go back into that state of feeling as if we're already living it. What does Wayne Dyer say? You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Meaning, we have to find these different processes, and there's a lot of them on YouTube, to allow us to put ourselves mentally and emotionally in the state of having already received that thing which we desire. So for me, visualization has been, without question, the most effective tool. Granted, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty bad at visualizing now. It takes me time to get into the visualization. I used to be able to visualize with my eyes open driving. It was freaky good at it. And as I got out of that practice, just like any muscle, it weakened, right? The visualization, the mind, is a muscle. So we have to work it. When you journal something, you go back to it and you read it daily. The reason that so many law of attraction, self-help, spiritual awakening teachers come back to these different processes and say to do them every day is because we have to practice the signal, right? The alignment. Because what we're doing is, as we send that repetitive signal, we're practicing alignment. And the universe says, your wish is my command. But if I keep changing, if I'm using a radio as an analogy, and what I want is on 111 FM, but I keep changing, I go to 111, and I go, oh, I really like this song, I like this type of music, and then I immediately go back to 92.1, I go, I don't like this music. Why do I keep listening to this music? I don't like this music. I don't like it. It's not my style of music. And then I jump back to 111 FM, and I go, oh, I like this music. Oh, man, why don't I just keep this station on all the time? But then I jump back to 92.1, or this time 93.7. And I don't like this music either, right? So how are you going to enjoy the music if you keep turning your radio signal to the wrong station? You're not going to like the music, right? So the process, we just go back through it. I accept that I'm at 93.7. I feel it. I don't like this music. This music makes me feel dissonant. It doesn't make me feel like the music I want. Well, I want more upbeat. I want more uplifting music. I want some more inspirational music. Oh man, I'd love to be on the music. Okay, I'm just going to turn my tuner to that music. And the tuner, our vibrational tuner, is right there. It becomes, oftentimes it's the beliefs we hold, the repetitive thoughts we hold, the stories we tell ourselves again and again. These are all ways that we're sending these vibrational signals, if you will. It doesn't have to be as foofy and la-la and weird as we think it is. It can just be, you are the tuner of your radio station. Like, we understand radio frequencies. Do you get mad when you accidentally click the 95.5? Maybe. Just turn it back to 111.11 or 111.1, 111.1, right? Like it's it's not that big of a deal, right? We make it a big deal, right? Particularly when we get these external circumstances that show us that we're at 95.5 again, right? You have, I'll use me an example. Zach, you have coronary artery disease at 38 years old. Well, hell, that sucks. You know, another thing? What? Okay. So the doctors tell me you're 95.5. Do I have to accept that I'm at 95.5 right now? Absolutely. I do have to accept that. I'm at 95.5. Does that have to be the constant music that I listen to for the rest of my life? No, it does not. Right? I can go through those stages. I can go through that journey of accepting, feeling it, right? Feeling where I am in this moment, right? Getting clarity of what it is that I do want. Getting, right, imagining, doing a process for what it is that I do want, and then surrendering it. Like, that's pretty, I can do that instead. I don't have to keep accepting. I can. I have to accept it initially, but I don't have to keep making that my story. And so the alignment is just, it's easy. Change your tuner. Do something that brings you closer to joy. Do something that brings you closer to love, to gratitude. Develop a gratitude practice. Take 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Close your eyes, turn off this phone, and just say all the things that you're grateful for out loud. If if you're grateful for certain aspects of your body, say it out loud. Body, heart, I'm so grateful for you right now. Coronary arteries, blood vessels, I'm so grateful for you guys. That you're able to pump blood to my body. That you deliver all the oxygen that I need. You take away all the toxicity. Liver, I'm grateful for you. Lungs, I'm grateful for you. Brain, I'm so grateful for you that you're sending all these signals to my body that I can move and do all these wonderful things. I'm so grateful for this bicycle that I get to have. I'm so grateful that I have eyes to see this video. I'm so grateful that I have a voice. I'm able to speak and hear. I can hear. I can feel. Right? So what a wonderful life to be living. Right? That's why Buddha said, suffering really is just the lack of awareness of the joy and the bliss that exists in the present moment. There's a song. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. I thank you for joy. I thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. Right? So this becomes our practice. This becomes our daily practice. Right? It's not that we achieve this certain state and then it just clicks. Right? Just like a muscle. What happens when you stop working your muscles? I know as an exercise physiologist, they begin to atrophy. The muscle begins to atrophy, begins to weaken, begins to soften, doesn't function as well anymore. And so our process, our practice, is always to come back to the surrender. Right? If we had so much faith, so much trust, so much belief that we surrendered, knowing that this moment is just temporary. Right? I accept it fully. Thank you for this moment because it's giving me so much clarity on what it is that I do want. It's hard. So that's why our process is accept it, then feel it. Right? Okay, I have to accept this moment because this is what's happening. And then I get to feel it. I get to feel it. I have the beautiful experience of feeling the emotion, the unwanted emotion, of feeling the unwanted emotion that's coming from the experience, right? This unwanted experience. Great, beautiful, I feel it. I'm not gonna stay there. It's just telling me, like we talked about on our GPS system, okay, Zach, you're only in Truckee right now, right? You're not in Reno anymore, you're in Truckee. Why would I get mad that I'm in Truckee? I know that I'm moving to San Francisco. Okay, Zach, you're in Auburn. You're in Donner Pass. You're in Auburn. Why would I get mad? Right? We get mad because we're not at the end result yet. That's part of this whole thing with alignment. See ourselves. I gotta reset, sorry. My junk is getting a little cramped up. But seeing ourselves in that beautiful state and knowing that the universe, right, having the faith and the belief that the universe, that source, that God, that there is something intelligent that wants that very thing for us, hence the reason we have the desire in the first place. What if we recognize that all the desires that we have are God's desires for us? Is our inner being's desire for us, the feelings, the wanting, right? The wanting to be free, the wanting to be abundant, the wanting to be with that wonderful person that just clicks with us, right? That we feel so connected to, right? The job that we get to serve the world, that we get to have fun day after day. What if all those things that we so deeply desire is our inner being's desire for us? Because it is already experiencing that thing, whatever it is. And so, once we have that state of mind, that state of awareness, we go into alignment automatically, right? Surrender, faith, it's automatic alignment. Letting go, meditation, automatic alignment. Letting go by just playing some music and listening to it, immersing ourselves in it, going for a walk in nature, petting our beautiful animals, our pets, our furry family members. All of these things are easy ways to let go, surrender, and allow, right? Align with the desire. When we feel good, we are in alignment. We are in allowing. When we feel bad, we are not in alignment. We are resisting. Simple as can be. So what is it that you can do right now that can bring you into alignment, into allowing, right into that allowing state? So simple. You know what you like. Just watch a funny movie. Immerse yourself in a funny movie. Immerse yourself in a beautiful song that you really like. Go for a walk and immerse yourself in the moment, right? That's why Buddhism and Taoism is so powerful. My leg itches, sorry. So powerful. It's always about present moment awareness. When we bring ourselves into this moment and we accept this moment, the mind stops craving and hungering and thirsting for what is wanted. That's a huge part of being in alignment. As I stop craving and thirsting for being away from where I am, what I want automatically comes about. Such a weird paradox, such a weird conundrum. But that is life, right? Every time we let go and surrender, and we go, you know what? I know, inner being, source, God, that you want so much for me. You want so much abundance in every area of my life for me. And so I'm going to stop resisting. I'm going to stop trying to do it my way. And instead, I'm going to be here in this present moment, experiencing the robustness of this present moment, the joy, the bliss that exists right now. I'm going to say all the things that I'm grateful for. And I'm going to look for you showing me that I get to live this joyous abundance life going forward. And the suffering that I'm now experiencing, I will allow it. I know this is part of my curriculum, this is part of my path, and so I will ask what I can learn from this. How is this experience part of my curriculum? What can I learn from this experience, this unwanted situation right now? Well, I can learn that I want this. I can also learn that I can be more patient. I can also learn that life happens, right? That I am a co-creator in this lovely reality, and I can see how all these cubes align together to make this beautiful little formation, right, of Legos. I can see how each little drop along the trail led me this direction. And I also can see that I didn't really want that I wanted to go the other direction, and yet I was a little bit too stubborn, I was a little bit too obstinate, so I took that path instead. But yet it still brought me to this really cool destination. It was kind of fun along the way, I learned a lot. You know, these are all part of the allowing space the aligning with the manifestation is just accepting. I turned this dial to 93.7. I turned it there, and I did it through my own thoughts and my own emotions, my own feeling state, which equal my vibrational state. And so I knew what I was unconsciously, subconsciously moving towards, but yet I kept doing it. Right? I started hurting people. I started intentionally being greedy. I started intentionally doing these things. I bypassed the feelings of my heart. And so it would make sense that I'm here now. Right? It would make sense that I didn't forgive that person. I didn't choose love. Right? Not that there's not a buffer there. It's just that when we're in this spiritual awakening journey, as you are watching this, when you're in this journey of spiritual awakening, you're at a faster speed. You have your foot on the gas pedal a little harder than the average individual. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just that you have more momentum. You have more strength. And so, because you have a little bit more speed, you get to be more mindful. You get to be more aware, more deliberate with your thoughts. And as you're more deliberate with your thoughts, you will start to see how each situation arises for you. It's for you, right? It's not to you. It's arising for you to help you understand where you are right now on your spiritual journey, or where you are in response to the manifestation that you so dearly seek. Your inner being wants you to have what you want. What you seek is seeking you. What you want wants you. Your inner being wants that for you. That thing knows that only you can be the conduit through which it will be most easily received. Right? So that thing is seeking you, whatever it is. That person, that health, finances, whatever you want. All these things seek us. So how do we achieve that state of alignment? Practice the letting go. Right? We do that 5-step process. Accept my current state, feel the emotion, ask what it can teach you, get clarity on what it is that you do want as a result of all this, the contrast. And you incorporate your processes and you surrender. So you visualize and you surrender. Right? That's how we align. Right? Because then we're not bypassing anything. We're taking the beautiful lessons. We're living in the moment. And then after we surrender, we get to be so excited and eager, anticipating what the universe is going to show you, letting you know that you're on the right path. If you want a relationship and you start to see people holding hands, kissing, smiling, that's your indication. It's on the way. It's already here. It's already here. I can feel it. I can feel it so deeply in my heart, in the core of my being. And the universe is saying, okay, it's on its way. Get ready. Here comes the present. Here comes the surprise. Here comes Christmas morning. And all your work is to stay in that state of mind. Yes, you will drift away from it. You can't stay there permanently. Everything changes. Everything is impermanent. Even your emotional state, even your thoughts, right? They are all impermanent. They're just passing clouds. And so you just get to redirect, be the conscious co-creator that you are naturally. This is who you're born to be. You are born in alignment. Whether you agree with it or not, you'll probably have plenty of questions. If you got questions, put them in the comments, we'll discuss them. But you were born in alignment, and you will always, always have alignment guiding you back. There's only a stream of well-being. When you feel negative emotion, you are paddling in your boat up that stream against the current. Just let go. And accept where you are on the stream. Let go. Be so grateful that you get to be in this boat and you just get to let the current take you. Even when you're hitting the rocks and you think the boat is going to explode, it's going to take you, right? It's going to take you to your destination. You're in an impenetrable boat, Right? You are in an immortal boat. The boat will be okay. The stream will take you. Surrender, have fun with it. And if you can't do that and you really want some processes and some practices, read Ask and It Is Given, or incorporate some of the things we talked about earlier. Meditate for 20, 30 minutes a day. Journal, dance, listen to some music that you really, really love, pet your animals, walk in nature, play some music, do some art. Anything that you can do to bring yourself into this present moment, experiencing the robustness of this moment, right? Experiencing the joy and the bliss that are present now. You don't have to seek, you don't have to go anywhere, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to earn anything. Just experience it now, be here, and naturally your cork will rise, your vibration will rise, and everything that you've asked for has no choice but to manifest in your situation, or into your experience. That's alignment. All right, my friends, we've reached our 30 minutes. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you always. Comments, questions, concerns down below. I love you very much. You're on the right path. Just let go, surrender. That's the hardest part to this whole process, but it's the most rewarding. It definitely is the most rewarding. All right, love you guys. See you on the next one, probably this weekend. Look out for it. All right, love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.